What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first official episode of the Iron Vault podcast. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys click that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, because this is a visual podcast, because we're taking YouTube down every single episode, building our way to the top. If you guys are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the podcast platforms, consider sharing it with your friends and family if you have friends. We're trying to blow this thing up, and we're super excited. I think this podcast is going to be fire. My name is Mike Rafici. I'm owner and founder of Iron Vault. This is my co-host, my brother, who is
Chris Rafici. I'm Chief Operating Officer of Iron Vault.
That sounds too professional. He is the Iron Vault Financial Advisor, COO.
Listen.
He's the one that tells me not to spend so much money. We're going to get into it. I think most of the people that are probably listening, this is what I said to someone yesterday. I said most of the people that are probably listening to this first ever episode are people that we know, or like members, or like people that are already familiar with the brand, because we've linked everything to it. We're trying to like get people involved with it. So I think everyone that's listening right now is people that already know the brand, and we just need to educate them on like who we are, what we're doing, why are they here,
why do they come to our gym?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much like what's the whole goal with the brand.
Right.
So Iron Vault. Oh shit. I gotta get used to not touching that. You could say shit and fuck too, because I want to get kicked off YouTube.
Yeah, who gives a fuck, honestly?
Yeah, I want to get kicked off. Basically, let's get into it. So we have key points here, which I don't like to do these things. I think this is too much for me.
I think in life though you need a little bit of structure just so you're not rambling on, sounding like a retard.
No, we'll get into that though. But that's the whole point of this. Like, this is not Iron Vault. This is Iron Vault. This is structured Iron Vault. We'll get into that.
Right, yeah.
So basically, Iron Vault was founded in 2019, which is really not that long ago. It's only been like, what year is it, 2021? It's been like
about
2 years now, yeah. But it was kind of just like a fuck it type of thing. When I graduated from Loyola University, Maryland, I was playing college lacrosse. I hated going to the gym. I was very small. I was not big and strong, whatever. But I remember, like, when I graduated, I didn't have, like, a direction. And we'll go into that, because neither one of us had a direction or still have a direction. It's kind of just, like, whatever we do, we, like, go balls to the wall into it. So, like, I remember one day I was like, I want to open a gym. And everyone's like, okay, well, if you're going to open a gym, you might as well fucking do it. I remember Dad being like, if you're going to open a gym, buy once, cry once. If you're going to fucking do something, do it the right way. Don't fuck it up. Like, all right, fine. So basically, I was like, I want to open a gym. I traveled around. I went to Warhouse in Pennsylvania. Shout out Warhouse, RIP. Rob and Dana Lynn Bailey owned that gym. Now they're like all over the fucking world. But I remember going there. I was like, damn, this is sick. I'm like, this would be crazy to have a gym. Not like this, because I don't like replicate anything that we do around anyone else. But I was like, this would be crazy to have a gym, like my own gym, where it's like, this is like, I could put something there. I could build this, do that. It was cool. Right. And I was tired of going to other people's gyms. And they all suck, to be honest. Every gym that's around us is pretty much like too commercially or trash.
Well, everyone has their own preference, you know?
Yeah. That's why I tell people, like, when they come to our gym, they're like, oh, I like this, but you don't have a pool. It's like, oh, motherfuckers. Or they're like, oh, I like this, but you don't have a 3-person or a 4-person infrared sauna. And I'm like, okay. Like,
it's like almost like wine tasting. Some people like it, a little sweet. Some people like it a little bitter. Some people like, commercial gyms. Some people like grungy basement kind of gyms.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what Iron Vault is, though. It's like that fucking place where it's like, it's everything, but it's like high end at the same point. Like, it's like, I remember one time someone came in and they described the gym, the old gym. They were like, oh, this is boutique. And it was like, I fucking love that word. Like, that word, like, it changed the whole direction. So I was like, it is boutique. It's not like it's a mom and pop garage gym. Right. I hate that. I hate when I walk in sometimes and it's like messy. I'm like, this looks garage gym. Like, we support the military and police department, fire department, fucking go USA. But like, sometimes the flags when you walk in, I love them. But sometimes I walk in, I'm like, okay, I don't like them here.
It's a little bit of a garage vibe.
That's why all the band, we still leave the flags up and all that. But the stuff that's like, just like the USAPL banners, I took that down. The USPA banner, it's only up there, so I got to paint behind the wall. But that's coming down because I don't like that. I like the bouginess. Like, that's what Iron Vault is. It's bougie.
It's serious, yet at the same time, kind of like goofy. Like,
Yeah, like-
we have like the black and white logo. We have the black wall in the background, but we also have like those, parody shirts.
Yeah, like I like that vibe. Like listen, serious stuff. Like when the gym is like scary and dark. Like I'm not gonna name drop any other places because fuck them. But like those types of places are not cool. They don't last long because they're not timeless. Like they're like, oh, dark, grungy, scary, gross is so cool. And then after a month, you're like, I have to go get a shot now because I'm disgusting.
Right,
Like that's not cool. Like that shit just gets old after a while. And like that's what those gyms I see now that are trying to like be like this dark, dungy type of lifestyle vibe. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but like that's just not. It's not gonna last that much longer. Like it's not cool. It's cool in the moment, and then after like a year, you're like, oh, this is gross. Excuse me. Let's keep going off these key points because I think this is.
Yeah. So next up, like I guess let's go more deeper into who we are actually.
Me. Okay.
Like just more of like a background, like where you come from, like.
So we're from Eastchester, New York, small little conservative town. The first gym is in Scarsdale, which technically, like where we live, Scarsdale, Eastchester, Crestwood, like the whole area is kind of like the same thing. So everyone that's listening right now, like, is already kind of familiar with that,
Right.
like weird ass village
Eastchester,
kind of
Tuckahoe,
pack.
Bronxville.
Yeah, it's a pack. But we played lacrosse our whole life. We went to Iona Prep and a private school, so we were always like, I guess coddled's the wrong word. That's not the right word.
Nah.
More of like set up.
We had good opportunities.
Yeah, we were presenting opportunities.
Right.
Yeah. But again, like that's the thing is like most people see like, okay, keep going off that. Like I'm not old. I'm only 25 years old, 26. I'm
only
26.
22.
Yeah, and people see that and they're like, oh, like what? How the fuck did they get this? Or like what the fuck? Like blah 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 blah. Like I get it every day, and I used to like hate it. I used to be like, oh, I hate that people know who I am, or they come in here and they're like, how the fuck does this kid afford this place? Like how does he do this? Like it's cooler when you're younger and you have those opportunities, but it's the people that take advantage of those fucking opportunities. Like
Right.
how many people we went to high school with that were like paid like 20 grand a year to go to high school, and like they're like nobodies right now because they didn't do anything. They took those opportunities.
Right.
They're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna ride the pine. It's like, what the fuck? Like stop taking damn handouts. I guess it, like, so every time I do a podcast, everyone asks me like the same kind of questions, or like every time I do one of these like IG things, people ask me like, oh, how'd you know you wanted to do this, or how'd you know you wanted to do that? Like, I didn't know I wanted to do it. Like when I was in college, like I said, I had no idea. I went to school. I was told what major to do. I was told what classes to take. I was told like, do this, go to this class. Like, oh, don't take that class. Like, you don't need to do that for your major. I was like, okay, like sweet. I don't have to do anything then. I'll just play lacrosse.
Right.
And then when I graduated, I was like, I have a fucking communications degree, and that's it. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? But the type of fucking person I am, that whole time I was in school, I was like, you know what? I know I want to do something on my own. Let me take classes and shit that will help me maybe. So, like, I took marketing. I took like contemporary digital design, like if I have to like make like marketing tools and like these like posts and like ads and like how to run SEO and like how to make a website, how to do graphic design,
Right.
like all this shit we make. I'm like, I can do that because I had to use what I had. But when I got out of college, I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go get fucking paid 30 grand a year to sit and fucking
Take
make Instagram
philosophy
pictures.
205
Yeah, like what
or
the
some shit
fuck?
like
Like
that.
this is dumb as shit. I remember when I went to Loyola, they were like, oh, yeah, you have to take a double philosophy, double theology, 4 levels of language. And I'm like, what? For what?
Yeah.
What am I going to do with this?
The amount of classes I've had to take that I literally did nothing and I
Yeah.
got an A in it is
But that's
insane.
that's the thing that most people, like you and I are an example of, like most people struggle right now. Like young people struggle with like knowing what to do because they're like, oh, if I go take this class, like if I take this major, I can get that job. It's
Right.
like, but okay, but why not like take classes that you know you want to do something else in? Like just do it. Fuck it. Like if you have to take like a night class, you're like,
Experiment.
oh yeah. Like, I mean, how many fucking majors have you had?
So I've taken about 5 different majors. I started out as biology. You said I shouldn't do biology because that was going to be a mistake.
Yeah, it's
It was a mistake. I had like a 146 my first semester of college. I did terrible. I had to switch from bio to politics. Realized I hated politics. Switched to psych. I don't know why I did that. Then I transferred to Manhattan College from Fairfield, and I switched to briefly history, then public health.
Yeah, stupid.
5 times.
Yeah, but like there's different ways though. Like you had to go through the grind of like learning like what I'd like and what I
Right.
don't like to figure out like what is going to be possible. Like I went in and I didn't even know that college was fucking 4 semesters or 2 semesters. I had no idea. I remember sitting there and she was like, "Yeah, so this is going to be your first semester." I'm like, "What? It's not like high school 4 quarters?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "What?" Like, what is happening right now? I'll never forget it, bro. She was like, picking your major. I walked up and she was like, "All right, so listen, you're going to be a communications major, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Oh, okay. What does that mean?" She's like, "You just do it." I'm like, "Okay, great." That's why I didn't pick my major. I remember when you were like, "Oh, I'm taking bio, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, that is just listen, fuck that. But again, for the people listening, there are people that like that vibe,
Right.
that like go to class, like that, like put in the hours, fucking the 6-hour fucking courses, and there's
It's
like,
really all just about finding a major or class that you
Yeah.
actually like.
yeah, like I get a lot of people that ask me, they're like, "Oh, well, how do you know? How did you know you wanted to do this?" I was like I said before, like I took classes that I could use outside. Like I took graphic design because I was like, I like it, it's fun, and I can design my own shit.
Right.
Like, thank God I took those classes. Or like, I remember I took this, it was like a business ethics course. Stupid class. Terrible. I was the only dude in class, first of all. Me and like one of my other teammates, the entire class was chicks. But the class it was an ethics course. So it was like learning about like how to make business decisions like through like an ethical standpoint, like an ethical side of it. And it helps me today because sometimes
Right.
I'll be like, "Oh, okay, we can't post that." Like, or you know what? Let's not put that up. But now I'm like, no, fuck it, put it up.
Right,
Like
right.
we put a picture of like a girl like squatting, and it's just like hits her ass in the photo. But I'm like, fuck it, put it up. Who cares? Like there are things that like I learned on the way by taking these dumb classes that I was like, I'll never use that. And then I'm like, holy shit, I use it every single day.
Yeah, that's what I try to do with all my classes. I try to find like one thing that I could take from it that I could use in
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah, or in a
in this
business
instance,
standpoint.
to the gym.
Yeah, in a business standpoint. That's like the whole vibe. Like that's the goal is what I tell people is like Sierra, our marketing director. She's outside right now.
Right.
She's trying to work out. She's trying to work out. But I tell her, she's like, she's like, "I don't want to do the school anymore." Like she's in business. Okay, so guess what? If you're a business major, take the stupid classes that you're like no one wants to take, just like classes that you can use outside. Like
Right.
you want to run your own business. Like
Yeah,
take an entrepreneur
marketing.
class, take a marketing class, take an advertising class. Again, everyone listening, I just want everyone to know I'm not smart and I hate school and I was really, really bad. I failed out a bunch of times. I got really lucky.
What was your GPA?
Like a 1.3, really bad. So don't take school advice from me. Take like life advice on how to get out of school and get around school. That's the goal.
Not saying anything, but I got 3.53. So
Yeah, that's. I would bully you. All right. What would be this?
Let's get back to the gym because we kind of got off topic with the whole school thing.
Yeah,
and
people gotta know
then-
who we are. They gotta understand the vibe. Let's go off that. Like, what is Iron Vault? Like, it's a fucking vibe. Like, let's tie it all back. Like, what makes the gym so special? Like, why do people come to the gym, to our gyms? Because
Yeah.
Go.
ahead.
So you go.
I would say it's more of like the culture. Like that's what we used to have on the wall in the back in Scarsdale.
yeah, but it's such an ugly word.
Yeah, but culture, like the actual idea of it's not really that ugly. It's beautiful, but
It's
like
the idea.
The type of people we bring in are all motivated towards a specific goal. We have world champion powerlifters like Taylor Atwood. We have Navy SEALs. People who are trained to go to be a Navy SEAL. We have D1 athletes. People that come in are directed and trained towards accomplishing a certain goal.
Yeah.
Or becoming a certain somebody.
Yeah, it's a fucking badass vibe. That's really the word. Like the word vibe. Like
Yeah.
vibe, culture, lifestyle. Like it's literally like our slogan is like more than a gym, it's a lifestyle. It's fucking cliche, but it's fucking true. Like
Right.
every person that walks in our doors is like it's just a badass fucking person. Like it doesn't matter the level of badass. Like you could be like the dude who killed Osama bin Laden, or you could be like me. I don't fucking power. I've never competed a day in my life, but I like to work out. Yeah, like it's just it's a badass mindset and lifestyle. Like I think when we first opened, people didn't like it, or not that they didn't like it. A lot of people gave us shit because they were like, "Oh, these punk kids, like, look what they're doing, like, so dumb, whatever, blah blah." But now people are like, "Yo, I actually fuck with that." Like, we bring in the fucking cars and park the fucking Porsches inside, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, that's sick."
Right.
I remember a couple of days ago when we parked it in the Norwalk gym, someone was like, I was nervous because I was like, "Yo, there's a fuck ton of people in the gym. Like, I don't want people to think I'm a douchebag." And then I'm like, what the who gives a shit? This is sick. Fucking parked the car and like 8 people were like, yo, that's sick. Can I take a picture? I'm like, yeah, go for it. Because that's like the vibe. It's like you want that badass lifestyle. Like it's such a vibe. It's so hard to like communicate unless you come here and you feel it. Like if you follow our social media, it's like a fucking snippet of like how badass the vibe is here.
Yeah.
Like people are excited to come here because they're like, what's going to happen today?
Right. It's serious,
Yeah.
like laid back and like funny.
Yeah,
too.
everyone that comes here is on a fucking mission. Like
Right.
a mission to kill. Like that's their like that's the mindset. A mission to fucking kill, and like it's just I tap that, my bad. It's very hard to explain, but I love it though. It's what makes us so special.
Right.
It makes us so special.
And I'm glad that we're able to offer that to people and, offer them the highest quality equipment that you can, get.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's like the big thing. I think that's why people, besides the vibe. So, okay, let's go into that. So this is what I tell a lot of people. So I get so many people that ask me like, oh, how do I open a gym? Or I want to open a gym. Or I want to do this. Or like when I do those fucking things on IG, I remember someone posted, they're like, oh, I want to open a gym in Fairfield County. I was like, okay, good luck. The fuck, like, don't.
Right.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Don't tell me you want to open a gym
Yeah.
in my county. You can open it. I have people come ask me all the time. Like someone here was like, how do I open a gym? I'm like, listen, opening a gym is not hard. You need 4 walls and a couple of pieces of equipment.
Right.
It's what you do with the gym that makes it so special. Like we could have cut 90% of our costs if we were just like, oh, let's just put a gym, 4 walls, buy some cheap equipment. I'm not going to name drop other places that are near us right now, but that's just, listen, it's a different business model.
Right.
We chose to align our company and our values with a brand like Arsenal. At this point, we are their biggest customer because we align our morals, the brand identity, the morals of the company align perfectly with Arsenal. That's why everything in here is only Arsenal.
Right.
Because why? Quality matters. Everything's brand new. It's custom made, custom painted, fits the mold of the company. And that's why people, when they come in, they're like, what the fuck is this place? Like, what? Like, what is this? Fucking showroom?
And that's why we get upset too when people don't take care of the equipment. I try to wipe that stuff down every day with WD-40, keep it nice and clean.
Yeah, because that's the point. Like, you don't, like I said, you don't want that shit to go sour because then people are like, oh, Mike, this is broken. It's like, well, I just watched you dump it. That's why it's fucking broken. But that's what I was trying to explain to someone the other day. I'm like, see everything in here. Or someone was like, yo, like, can you get this piece? I think they're asking for the flat bench, like the machine press. And I was like, yeah, I'll get that eventually. I really want it. And I'm like, but you have to remember, like, now we need to buy 2 or 3 of them. Like, we can't just buy one. Like,
Yeah.
we have more than one gym. And, like, it's okay. We'll do it. But you actually have to, like, take care of your shit then. And that's why I think separates us from these other gyms is that people that come here fucking care. Like, they really
do.
they clean. Like, we might shit on some people. Like, we might send, like, texts out and be like, yo, like, put your shit away, blah, 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 whatever. But, like, it's only when it gets really bad. Like, for the
Usually-
most part, people clean up.
Yeah, like I can't tell you how many times I've been sitting like working out and I'll just see some random guy just start like re-racking the dumbbells and whatnot,
Because
organizing
it's
them.
the fucking lifestyle.
People care. Like
It's the lifestyle. People want to take care of their shit, which is
Right.
good. It holds the fucking company accountable, held everyone accountable, and it shows the value of the company. Going off the equipment, let's go into like what was the biggest influence. What is this one? Who? What? Read this one to me.
which one?
I don't know.
Who or what was the biggest influence on opening up Iron Vault and just getting this whole thing off the ground?
That's a good one. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is gonna sound really. I don't want people like the people who are listening right now. The ones that know me know where I'm coming from. The ones that don't know me personally or don't like follow me on IG don't understand where I'm coming from right here. It's gonna sound douchey, but there's literally not one person. I was having this conversation with someone. There's not one person in this world that I'm like, I want to be like that guy, or I want to model my business after that. There's no one. I mean, like Dad's separate because he's hardworking, but I'm saying like there's not one person literally in this world where I'm like, I want to be like that guy, or I want to have what he has. I don't want to be like anyone.
Yeah, because if you want to be like somebody and you strive to be like somebody else, the best you're ever going to be is just like a B version.
Yeah, a
of that
cheaper
person.
version of
That's
them.
all
Yeah.
you're ever going to
Like,
be.
look at Dan Bilzerian. How many fucking people want to be Dan Bilzerian, and they're like losers?
Right.
Because they're like, they are trying so hard. I'm not going to name drop any other businesses, but there's a gym in the area. They like, what the fuck kind of business posts on their social media another gym and it's like, this is what we're trying to model after? I'm not going to name drop it, but that's like what it, like, who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Someone did not slap that dude.
Nah.
Terrible idea. You never want to, like I said, there's never, like, I name drop Rob and Dana Lynn Bailey, like, about Warehouse. I don't want to be like them. I saw what they did, and I said, holy fuck, I can do this 90 times fucking better. Like, I'm walking around here, and I'm like, what? There's dirt on the floor. I'm like, what is any of this? I can do this 99 times better. Watch. And I reached out to them. I was like, hey, guys, I'm going to open my own gym. It's not going to be anywhere near, I told them, I was like, it's not going to be anywhere near your gym, but I just want to let you guys know, like, I love what you're doing. This is sick. I really want to do this one day. Thank you for inspiring me. They never got back to me, which, listen, I'm not pissed about. It happens, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I answered my own question by being like, okay, like, they didn't reach out to me. Like, I don't need anyone. I'm going to do it myself. So, like, that's the whole idea is, like, and now go back to, like, the gym part about people that want to open gyms. They're like, oh, how do I do it? No bullshit. If you're already asking me how to do it, you're fucked. You're
Right.
fucked.
Why's that?
Because you don't want my help. You shouldn't need my help. If you need me to tell you how to do something like that, you're fucked. You don't have it then. I didn't ask anyone. I wasn't like, yo, like, how did you do this? I'm not like DMing people like, yo, how did you run your business this way? Or like, how did you lay out the equipment? Or how did you do, like, if you are asking those types of questions, you are not built for this life. You need to have, like, that is like, holy shit, I'm going out of business. I need to ask someone for advice.
Right.
That's when you ask for help. Don't ask me how to do this or how to do that. Like, you're not set up for the life then.
You just got to figure it out yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you got to fucking, like, inside my head, I wrote the fucking book, chapters 1 through 100 on how to open a fucking business. And I go off that now.
Right.
I'm not like cheating, asking like, yo, how did you do that? Like I said, if you need help, there's a difference between being like, I'm in the shitter, I need help. How did you do this? I've tried, exhausted all my options. If you're already asking me for help, I can't help you.
Right.
You're not built like that. You're literally not built different. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, you gotta be proactive about
You have
it.
to.
Proactive about building your brand, getting the right machines, building the
You
right
have
team.
to. And again, like I said, it sounds fucking douchey. It sounds wrong, but I'm being completely honest with you. If you're asking me how to open a business or how do you do this or how did you do this, you're not built for this life because you're already asking me. That's a problem. You should already have exhausted every single possible option before you go ask someone for help. Right. That's the way it is. And that goes with everything. Like, in life too, like fucking all that shit. Like, you should not ask for help until you really need help. Like, I hate the people that are like, oh, just ask for help. Like, he's so willing to help you. It's like, no, I'm willing to help you if you are like, holy fuck, I'm dying in the water, throw me a life rafter.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
then you ask for help.
Because then you start to become complacent and
Yeah.
you start to rely on that help.
Which
instead
you're
of
set the fucking bar
being-
low.
Right.
Set the bar low.
So getting back to like the core of the gym, what's with like the logos, like the different logo, the Spartan logo, the Anchor logo, the IV,
Okay.
the black and white color scheme?
That's a good one. All right, so let's go back to that. So, black and white. Very simple. I love it. I only wear black. I'm wearing all black right now. For people that are watching on YouTube, I'm wearing all black because black and white is simple. It's timeless. The problem is, though, in 2021, everyone and their mother does black and white. Everyone. I can't even tell you. Again, this might sound like I'm being a douchebag. I don't think I am. How many companies have you seen? Gyms. Let's go gyms. How many gyms or like fitness places or in general businesses have we seen in where our first gym is switch to black and white once we blew up there?
I can count at least 5 like immediately off the top of my
like
head.
literally fucking business. They're out of business now. But like, oh my God, like the place that we took over, fuck it. The 2 places we took over for Scarsdale, what did they do? Black and white. They saw we opened. They're like, oh, yo, let's change to black and white so we can like piggyback them.
Right.
They're both out of business now, so it doesn't matter. But that's like black and white is very timeless. But 2021, everyone wants to do black and white. So for us, black and white is simple. It's timeless. I love the look of it. The logos, like you guys watch on YouTube right now, this logo right here is the same logo. So basically, like right now, I mean, I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Put your head down, show him. So he's wearing, probably not. He's wearing the Spartan brand logo. So if you guys have ever been to the gym or buy any of our apparel, the IV is our Icon logo. So there's Icon, header, and brand. So Icon is the IV. That's like what we do on anything that, like our dumbbells, like anything that's custom gets IV. Our header logo is Iron Vault, which is the sign. It's the font, like our sign above both gyms. This Spartan's our brand logo. So each gym that we open will have its own designated brand logo. So Scarsdale is the original with the Spartan. Sono is the anchor, which we don't really use as much.
It's more specific.
It's more specific, yeah. It's really never going to be on anything
Sono.
apparel-wise. It's only really going to be on, like, whatever gym we open. And that the next one will have its own. I've already posted that on IG a couple of times, so hopefully people that follow me have seen that. And that each logo that we put up, like the podcast one has its own. The Kilo Cars one has its own.
You want to drop that now?
No, but whatever. We'll say things. So every department, or I would say like branch of our company will have its own logo like that, like podcast, like that, because it's fitting. I think someone asked me yesterday, or Kaylee asked me a couple of days ago, she was like, oh, like, she's like, where's the Spartan come from? I'm like, I don't know.
Well, we can kind of go into detail about that.
I don't know.
All right, so we were sitting down at Scarsdale one day, and we were trying to come up with another shirt design for, like, those funky ones we have, like the Pokemon shirt and the Anubis one. And I was like, we should put a Spartan on it and do like an upside down IV. Because Spartans used to have an upside down V for their shield. And then I think you just came up with the Spartan logo itself.
I fuck with it. I think it's like it's a brand logo. That's the whole point of it. It's like it fits us. Like there are companies that have way worse mascots. Like it's a brand logo. It's not our mascot. It's just something that we like. I think Spartans are badass. Right. Let's go into that. I think Spartans are badass. I put a fucking Spartan on our logo, and it's very popular now. Like, that's how Iron Vault, 99.9% of the company is built. I was explaining this to someone the other day. I was like, 99% of what everyone sees is me just waking up and being like, yeah, let's put that there. It's like, fuck it.
Right.
Like someone the other day was like, oh, yo, bro, like this gym is so laid out so well. Like, how did you design the flow and blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Because like literally 99% of what we do is just like, let's put it there. Or like, let's do that. Or like when we do shirts, I'm like, yeah, do like 250 of them. Fuck it. They sell out. And you're like, oh, damn, that was pretty good.
Gotta try different things.
We don't have a plan, though. That's the thing. Like, that's what I said at the beginning of the podcast. This is a plan. This is not Iron Vault. Iron Vault would be me coming in here and being like, sweet, put the cameras on, let's just rip it.
Right.
That's just what it is. Like, but that's why it's so unpredictable, and that's literally why there's no one that does it better than us or like can replicate what we do. Like they replicate it in a sense where like they see what we do and they try, but you can tell those fuckers try.
Yeah.
There's a gym that follows us. I don't even block them on purpose because I love seeing them look so dumb. They like will post something, they post the same thing, they caption it. This almost literally the same. I'll be like Monday fucking mindset, and they'll be like Monday mindset. I'm like, oh my God. Or like we'll post a picture of like Sierra will shoot something like really sick, like the dude jumping, and you're like, that's fire.
Right.
And then the next day they post something just like it.
That actually plays into my next question we got over here. So a lot of gyms try to copy us. They try to copy our brand, our colors, our logo even sometimes. How do we differentiate ourselves from those gyms and from those brands?
It's the lifestyle.
It's
It's the fucking people that come here and make it different. Like you said, anyone could literally open a gym. Anyone can do black and white. Anyone can open a gym. It's the fucking people and it's us. Like, again, I feel like I just keep saying this. I'm not a douchebag. I swear to God. Or maybe I am. Fuck it. I really don't give a fuck. But this sounds so douchey to hear it. But as long as I am motivated or I am doing these types of things, no one's going to replicate any of this. So every time someone sends me something like, yo, look what they did. Like, they did that just like you. Like, yeah, but you see what you just said? They did it like me or like us. Like, that's because it's already here. Like, anyone can open a gym. Anyone can do any of this shit. You can open an apparel company and fucking copy our designs, but it's here.
Right.
Like, this, like, I don't really want to name drop any companies, but like that shirt I just showed you that other gym posted,
The white shirt with the
just fucking like our We Are the Madness shirts. If you guys have them, literally, okay, I'll just say this: they look just like our fucking We Are the Madness last year Christmas drop. So if you know what we're talking about, go fucking comment on their shit and blow them up.
That's not even the only shirt. Somebody copied the Miami Vice one too.
Yeah,
right?
but like when I see that, it just makes me so happy because I get to the fucking I get to them. That's the problem. So when people are like, "Yo, they copied you," aren't you pissed? I'm pissed, but it fucking fuels me because I'm like, I cannot wait to drop something else and people get pissed. Like, they're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, how'd they do that? Yo, let's do that. Right. That one that we saw the other day, like, it didn't piss me off. I was just like, I laughed. I was like, oh my God, these fucking people, bro. Like, it's 2021. Like, I get there's not that much creativity left on this fucking planet, but like, bro,
right,
do something else. It's starting to get repetitive.
So right now we're sitting at the gym up in Norwalk, or more specifically, southern Norwalk. Mm-hmm. Why did we pick Scarsdale and Norwalk as our two locations?
Who the fuck knows?
No?
Like I said, 99% of what we do is just like, fuck it. I think, okay, I'll take that back. 99% of what we do is like, fuck it, let's just do it. But there's obviously some sort of calculation.
Logic.
Yeah, logic behind it. Like Westchester County, Scarsdale is like fucking beautiful. It's like one of the best county. I think it's the richest county in the country, but it's like one of the safest. And it fits that vibe of like, so this analogy sounds really dumb when I say it, but like you'll get it, is like everyone wants to be a badass, but they want to grab Starbucks on their way out. Like where we live specifically.
Right.
Like I want to go to a dark fucking gym that's badass, but I want to grab Starbucks on my way out. Fits. Perfect analogy. It fits the brand.
Yeah, I was about
badass,
to say.
be a fucking weirdo, but then go get Starbucks.
Right. Badass, but weird.
Yeah. Clean. Yeah, weird. Fucking drink Starbucks because I'm bougie as shit. Like, that's it. Where are we right now? Norwalk. Super up and coming. This place used to be a dump. Like, where the gym is located used to be a dead end and just used to be a dump. Now it's like, oh my God, like, freaking condos going up everywhere. Like, this area, we hit this area perfect. I think everyone so far that's come in here has been like, wow, this is perfect for here.
Even this building, they've built so many different stores.
Yeah, I mean,
and whatnot.
fucking next door, there's an American Ninja Warrior studio, the fucking racquetball court. I don't know what they do.
There's a really good ramen place right next door, too.
We gotta do something with them soon. But like, that's the whole idea. Like, Scarsdale, Norwalk, XYZ places that open up soon. Like, they gotta fit the mold. So like, when we do those poll things and people are like, oh, like you should open up here. Like, I'm not opening up there. I'm sorry. Like, someone was like, oh, you should open up in Queens. Like, listen, I hate to break it to everyone that's listening. We're not opening up in Queens, New York. I'm sorry. As much as you people love Queens, you love it's not happening. It can't. I'm sorry. Maybe if someone wants to franchise I mean, fuck it. But it's not happening. It's not happening. They're going to be in places that fit the mold. Like,
don't name drop anything.
I don't want to name drop people. But like, there are places that we've been offered to buy, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't go there. I mean, I've threatened the people. I'm like, yo, if you don't get the fuck out, like, I'm going to put one right there. And then they're like, okay, shut up. Okay, whatever. Losers, get out of here. Maybe we'll open up one over there. But whatever. Let's get out of that.
Yeah.
I don't like drama.
All right, so again, like, lighten it up a little bit. How about we get to, like, what's the funnest part about running this brand and this business?
Funnest part?
Funnest and least favorite.
What's your funnest part?
Funnest part?
Yeah.
That's a tough one, honestly. There's a lot of things I really love about it, but maybe the one thing is that I get to be around, this culture all day. I get to come in. I'm surrounded by people who are like-minded, who are motivated, driven, are trying to do, great things, even down to our staff members. All of our staff members are motivated. They got something planned going on.
Yeah, all of our staff are entrepreneurs. Oop, head table. Think about that. All of our staff are some sort of entrepreneurs. Like Damien outside, shout out Damien for holding down the fort, owns like 3 Airbnbs.
Yeah, all in the Poconos.
Yeah, that's
dope. Awesome.
All of our staff are entrepreneurs. Like, Nando is he wants to be a trainer and do strength conditioning on his own. That's dope. Like they're all some sort of entrepreneurs, which is good. It's a good mindset. You want to surround yourself with those people. My funnest part about running this place, the funnest part I would say is coming in every day and seeing like the different types of personalities, or like coming in here and like everyone's so happy to be here because it's like, this is sick. Like it's the funnest part, as in every day there's something new that happens.
Yeah.
Like whether you have like, you sell like 50 day passes and like everyone's so hyped and it's like a great vibe in here. The vibe is definitely the funnest part. But going off that, the most rewarding part I would say is like 100% when you walk in here and you see like how many people like fuck with this place. Like my most rewarding part is when people come in, like I'll be sitting at the counter like doing something, like just not even like working, and like someone come up to me like, yo, this is your gym, right? I'll be like, yeah. And they're like, dude, this is the coolest fucking place I've ever been to. That is like so rewarding. So if you guys like hear that, like I might just be like, thank you, but like in the inside, it's fucking dope. I'm like trying to control myself, so I'm like, damn, this is fucking sick. Let's go. I love that. And I love when people, like, what's the word I'm looking for? They appreciate it. Like, they, like, love this place. Like, when I see that on their face, or, like, they post and tag us and shit, and they love it, like, I love this place, that, like, fucking gets me off. I'm so hyped. Because it means, like, we're doing something right.
It's like a second home for some people.
It literally is. Like, no bullshit. Like, it's literally a second home for people.
I think it's great, too, that we're giving people, like, a place they can come and they could, you know,
be
work
themselves.
towards their goals.
Yeah, work towards their goals.
Get
Be
better
themselves.
at something.
Like, think how many people just fucking work a 9 to 5 and they're like, I hate this place. I can't wait to go to the gym. And they come here. Like, that's so rewarding. It's sick. I love it. But that's what makes doing what we do so fun, is like that we can give people a place where they can just like get away and be like, I'm going to Iron Vault tonight. And it's going to be sick.
Work out, leave all your
fuck
problems
yeah.
at the door, and just fucking, you know.
Hell yeah, and that's the brand. That's the lifestyle. That's what we
to it.
sell. It's a lifestyle. It's more than just a gym. It's an escape. It's a way of life for people.
I think building the brand, too, has been a lot of fun. Like, having your own brand that you have 100% control over, and, like, the direction you want to take it in, for instance. Like,
Yeah, that's fun.
we just started up this podcast. Like, that's, like, part of the brand. Like, I think that's
Yeah,
fun as well.
it's the brand. Like, we always wanted to do a podcast, though. It was just like, I just never had the time. The problem with doing the podcast at first was like, I was like, oh, let's do a podcast. And then like the name, so Iron Vault Podcast it was supposed to be Inside the Vault. And then some fucking dude who like has this like money making scheme podcasts. I fucking hate those. Like, where they're like, oh, you could invest your money and make millions. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, he has a podcast called Inside the Vault. That's the only one we'll shout out. We're not shouting him out. Go fucking report him. Get some more fucking...
Some people got to make money, though.
Yeah, but that was so annoying, though. Inside the Vault was perfect. But I like Iron Vault Podcast more, so...
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. Comment down below. I think Inside the Vault.
So how about we flip it again? So now we know the funnest part about running the gym. How about, like, not like the one you hate the most, but like something that's just kind of like sucks? Because every job has like its shitty aspect.
Sucks. I would say that there are shitty things that like owning and running a gym is hard, but I would say that like those are things that just like are natural. Like, I hate making the pre-workout. That's small though. Hate, I don't really hate.
Dislike, not hate.
Dislike, I don't, from a business perspective, I don't like paying rent for spaces. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It bothers me. The next gym, we need to buy the building because I don't like paying money to someone else. But that's on a business aspect side. But other than that, I just don't like when people don't appreciate it.
Like leaving like 300
but
pounds
that's
on a
easy
bench.
though. Those are little things. Like, I don't like when people come in here and they like talk shit. Like, I hate when someone comes here and they're like, oh, like this much money for this place. It's like, get the fuck out then. Like, if you came here,
It's rude, honestly.
it's like, I would listen, if I ever went to a fucking steak restaurant and I was like $150 for this steak, I would be so embarrassed. I'd be like, I cannot believe that just came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I would feel embarrassed.
It's just about not being an asshole
Yeah.
or Karen.
Yeah,
more
assholes
so.
fucking suck. We get them a lot. People come in here and they're like, oh, you don't have a sauna? It's like, get the fuck out.
It's even worse when it's guys that do it.
Yeah, bro, it's so fucking annoying. People just, that's really the only thing I don't like.
Balls.
But it makes me appreciate the company, though, when more people come in. Because, like, for every one asshole you get that's like, oh, like $100 for, like, this, you're like, what?
But even then, that ties back to what we said earlier. Everyone has their own preference. It's just not
It's their preference.
You.
Yeah, 100%.
If you like 24-hour
we don't want those
fitness,
people here. Get the fuck out.
Then go to 24-hour fitness.
Get the fuck out.
Some people like that.
Take your fucking
and that's all right.
Stinky fucking clothes with you. The fuck out. No shame.
It's all right if you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's fine if you like that. Listen, we're all in the same boat together. We're all trying to get better.
Don't knock what other people like.
Yeah. No, I don't knock it. I just don't appreciate it.
Right.
It's not
for you.
It's not for you, which is fine. Listen, go be a commercial gym hero. That's fine. I know a bunch of people that love that. Love being the biggest guy in the gym. It's great. I used to be that.
Can't really do that too much at Iron Vault.
No,
when you have Taylor Atwood deadlifting like
yeah, you get fucking humbled super quick. That's
right
just what
next
happens.
to you.
That's what happens. Which is fine. Listen, okay, so go off of what you just said about Taylor Atwood. Like, Taylor's like our boy. He'll be on the podcast, next podcast. But he has been honestly like one of the biggest thrusters, if that's the right word, for the company itself. Like, he has elevated the company ever since he came. Like, everyone thinks this gym's a powerlifting gym. It's not. Like, holy fuck, I hate when people are like, yo, like, it's a powerlifting gym. I hate that. It fucking eats at me. Someone tagged us in something a couple of days ago. They're like, oh, Iron Vault, great powerlifting gym. I'm like, motherfucker. We're not a fucking powerlifting gym. It's like, it comes with the territory when you have the fucking best powerlifter ever part of your company. Yeah. But, like, we're not. Like,
it's a good gym for powerlifting.
Listen, you want to go somewhere where you have the best fucking tools possible, this is the place. If you want to be we have IFBB Pro bodybuilders everywhere, both gyms. We're not a powerlifting gym. We're not. We have the best powerlifting equipment. We have the best bodybuilding equipment. We have the best equipment, period. Powerlifters just travel in packs. That's the problem. Bodybuilders don't travel in packs. They are independent, headphones, hoodie, chill out. Powerlifters are like, oh, I need 7 guys with me so I can go like deadlift and get hyped. It's like, oh, bro, just clean up, please. But, like, we're not a powerlifting gym. We can powerlift. Like, I don't fucking powerlift. That's another thing that's super interesting is I think people that come in, they're like, oh, you compete? I'm like, I will never powerlift in a competition the day in my life. I will never step on stage for bodybuilding a day in my life.
I think that's the funniest thing about us is that you're not a powerlifter. You're not a bodybuilder. Nope. You don't do CrossFit. Nope. I don't do any of those either.
Nope. Fuck it.
We just like working out.
And people come in, they're like, oh, like, you don't compete? I'm like, no. Like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, nothing. I just like building dope fucking gyms.
Eating donuts.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And eating pizza. And people are just like, oh, but you look like you're in good shape. I'm like, because I don't do anything. I mean, listen, the day I hit 600, I said, was it 611 or I don't remember, 611 on deadlift? I was done. I was like, I'm done. I'm never deadlifting that heavy ever again. See you later. I was like, whatever. I'm going to go run on the treadmill for like 20 minutes and go eat donuts. Which is fine. Listen, genetics, man. Yeah. But, like, that's the interesting part, too. Like, a lot of people that come in, they're like, oh, you're a power lifter. You're powerlifting, bodybuilding. I'm like, no, we don't do that. You can do that. I won't judge you. Do what the fuck you want.
But we don't do it.
I just don't do it. Yeah, don't ask me for I mean, listen, I like training. I love training. Training is my life. That's why we opened the gym. But, like, I'm not, like, do or die. I'm not going to die if I don't work out tomorrow. Like, if I don't work out today, I'm not going to be like, oh, my God, I have to go to the gym. I'm dying. It's like, if I don't work out today, like, I'll work out tomorrow. I'll just push myself twice as hard.
I'm a little different. I mean, I work out 6 days a week, but
I work out. Don't shit on me. I work out 6 days a week. I'm just saying I'm not like, there are some people that come here that are like, they're the screamers. They're like screaming and they're like, it's like, oh my God. I'm like, I could kill someone. It's like, okay, I don't have to kill someone every time I have to work out.
I just feel like the days I work out and the days I'm
at the gym
are way better than the days I'm not.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like a bum usually when I'm just laying at home playing Xbox.
100%. My workouts now, ever since I stopped powerlifting, I power lift. Listen, that was confusing what I just said. I used to train powerlifting. Like, I like the fight of doing something heavy. I'm a fucking athlete. I'm a competitor. I like that aspect of working out.
Used to be an athlete.
I just don't really see the point of competing powerlifting. I mean, listen, when Taylor comes on, I'm not going to say this to his face. But I just don't like I just don't, listen, I understand the game. I understand the fight for it. It's cool. I fucking respect the shit out of it. Not for me, though. I want to be competitive. I want to be the guy in the room that could fucking run 20 miles an hour and then fucking bench 405 because I'm a fucking unit.
Yeah,
Like,
be
that's sick.
all around.
Yeah. Right?
Let's mention the member questions that we want to do.
Okay. So every single podcast, basically what we're going to do is we're going to post a question like the week of the episode we shoot for everyone to like throw a question in for me to answer, us to answer and talk about. I think it'd be really cool. It's engaging to the audience. It's engaging to the members. So this question, should I name drop who the person is?
Nah.
No?
Next time. You gotta ask them if they want.
Okay. So this comes from someone. It says, this gym seems to be only for strong/fit people. Are there people there who just started?
100%.
100%. Fuck it. We just, like I just said, like this gym is not about being like, there are people in here that are not in shape, but it's sick that they're in the gym. They fucking fit the mold. Like you don't have to be like, this is what I say. This is a destination gym. It's a place where like you want to go to the gym, just go to the gym. But this is not like a 24-hour fitness where it's like, oh, I'm just going to sign up. I'm never really going to go. It's like that you're not going to fit. If you want to be here, as soon as you walk in, you have to be like, I want to fucking work out. You don't have to be the best shape. You don't have to be a power lifter. You don't have to be a fucking pro bodybuilder. You don't have to be the strongest person in the world. But if you have that, like, fuck you, I'm going to go run through that wall mindset, you'll fit in fucking perfectly.
And you have to have an open mind to learn.
Open mind,
and
yeah.
develop.
Yeah. Like, for most people, like, when we, like, a little thing about the business, like, we don't have trainers here. All of our trainers are independent contractors because we don't want you to come here and ask for a trainer. We want you to come here and be like, I'm motivated as fuck. Like, damn, I'm benching next to, like, this guy. Hey, bro, can you, like, show me some tips? Like, that's the vibe we built. It's the culture we built. It's not a scary place. It's not like intimidating. Like, you should want to come here and be like, yo, I don't need a trainer. Fuck that. Yo, hey, man, can you show me how to do that?
Yeah, and the community is so friendly that you can
Fuck
literally
yeah.
ask anybody.
Bro.
Even like our professional bodybuilders or
Fuck yeah.
powerlifters, they'll answer any of your
Bro,
questions.
I think I was deadlifting one day, and this chick who's like a USAPL deadlifter came up to me and was like trying to give me like pointers. I was like, damn, okay, thanks. I was like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to a place where it's like headphones on, like don't talk to me. Like, that's not cool. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's cool. But that was a good question though. I like those. We gotta do this every episode.
Is that it? Or?
Yeah, that's it. Let's wrap it up. So if you guys enjoyed that podcast, if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, click bell notifications because like I said, every episode that we do will be on YouTube. It'll be visual. That's the whole fucking point. We want to get taken off YouTube. That's what we fucking do. If you guys are listening on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, make sure you guys share it and follow me on Instagram, follow him on Instagram, we'll put him down below, follow Iron Vault at iron.vault. And that was sick.
Yeah,
So,
awesome. That was good.
that was a good
Good first
episode.
podcast. We'll knock out some kinks, and the next
yeah.
one will be even better.
Hope
Just
you
go
guys
from
enjoyed,
there.
all right? See you guys next week.